Hi everybody, quick video just to welcome everybody and I guess really what this is all about. So my grand vision has always been a modular agency and to create a content marketplace, and whilst the content marketplace is kind of on hold, I think there is a place for a creative sales agency. I've met you all through various different journeys and we've come together at this single point in time based around content, positioning, messaging, marketing, wanting to build a business, wanting to create some income, all of that sort of stuff. So I'm using Pummel as obviously as a Slack alternative, and it's cheaper. And one of the reasons why I'm actually sending these messages here, or I'll do more of these, is to create a level of familiarity between all of us. And the goal here is to, make us all feel comfortable and make us engage more openly here around the work and the business development. So just to talk a little bit about my vision for the business. I don't want a solo business. I want a creative sales agency which I can scale with repeatable processes and that I can then sell. That's what I want. I want an exit. The goal here is to get an exit of around about maybe $10 to $15 million in 5 to 7 years. Is it possible? Maybe. Is it doable? Maybe. Is it likely? I don't know. But I don't know unless we try. Having said that, I know that people all want to own a business. There's something about ownership. We want to be able to create and control our own destiny. So to explain a little bit about the naming convention and what's in my head as far as the business is concerned. So RP Moon & Co. is the name of, well, it's just basically a company name. I haven't registered yet, but it's basically the name of the company that I will set up for my business. That will be the holding company that will effectively own shares in 2040 Media. To give you some context on what 2040 Media is, Vernon and I had a conversation about, what would it look like if we created a business and we were to earn money where we had a certain level of freedom and could do whatever we want, go overseas whenever we wanted to. And Vernon came up with £20,000 a month clear tax, and I came up with 40,000 clear tax because I've got mortgage, kids, all that sort of stuff. Vernon's got the same, but ironically that 20 and 40 at the time when we're having this discussion worked out to be about the same. So after thinking about things, I came up with the idea of like 2040 Media. What would that look like? And so it's not glamorous, but it's a placeholder and it will do for the time being. So what does that mean for potential equity down the track? For Adrian and Javiria, what does that mean? Well, it means that as I start to scale the business and get clients in, I'm going to have to scope out what the work's going to look like, and then I'm going to have to create proposals, statements of work, get a brief, all of that sort of stuff, and I'm going to have to hand that off to people because I can't do all the work. That's, again, I don't want to be a solopreneur, and I don't want to have I do want to have a modular agency, but I don't want to have one that's so fragmented that I can't sell. So that's why I need people in the business. And I know that if I can build repeatable processes, actually do the thing that I'm selling, so create content, create sales motions, create repeatable plays in LinkedIn, blogs, emails, all of that sort of stuff, and connect all of that so that clients see attribution, then I think that's valuable. And if I can do that for SaaS companies, if I can do that for other agencies, share what that methodology looks like, they won't be able to do it because they don't have time. But if I can share that and then provide that service, then I think there is a business in that. It's not about AI, it's not about LinkedIn, it's about having a repeatable sales go-to-motion and leveraging content focused on your ICP, and then using social as a channel wrapped around all the other motions. So what that means from an equity perspective is, once we start to find a bit of work and I can then incorporate the business, I will have a discussion with everyone here and I'll offer you a stake in 2040 Media. You can either choose to say yes, no, and what that will mean is that you will receive compensation, obviously, for the work that you do as a subcontractor, and then based upon the percentages that we have, because I'm going to be finding all the work, you will have an equity stake in the business, and at the end of the year, whatever profit we have or whatever loss we have, we'll decide to either grow it, reinvest it, or pay out a dividend, and that's effectively how business works. So I'm literally building the airplane as I'm selling tickets and promoting. So this is the journey. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible to everyone. And I know that we all want our own businesses and we want our own level of authority and ownership and things like that. And so this is not going to stop you from that. This is just my way of doing it. And then with a view that I'm bringing on people that I care about, people that I trust, and hopefully I can create something with your help, a business of value that will be worth selling in 10 to 15 years, maybe 5 years, I don't know. But I'm giving myself at least 7 years, and it's going to take a lot of work. So that's the journey. That's the update. Just want to say thanks for being here, and post up a video. What I've done is I've recorded this on my phone, clearly because while I'm driving, uploading this into YouTube, and then I'm going to send a link back in here because there's a size limit on how much we can actually share. Anyway, God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.